What's up, everybody? This is Matt from SnakeHerder.com here, and I've got a new animal to show off today, and I'm super excited about it. This is my new Sumatran short-tailed python. I've been looking for something to get into outside of the ball pythons, and I also do the green tree pythons right now, but these guys are a really awesome snake. I absolutely love anything from the blood python group, and the Sumatran shorttails are the smallest of the blood pythons. I'll give you just a really short, abridged lesson on the three commonly considered types of blood pythons. It can get more complicated than this, but I'll give you the short, easy version. There are the Malaysian and Sumatran red bloods, which are the Python Curtis Brongers Mize. There's the Borneos, which are Python Curtis Breitensteini, and these guys, which are Python Curtis Curtis. These are also known as black blood pythons because, as you can see, this one is a yearling and it's starting to darken up. As they get older, they get darker and darker, and usually the bodies, you can still see the pattern in them as they get older, but they get the bodies get darker and darker, and some of them will end up with black heads or orange heads, and this is what I would consider a gray, or some people even call chrome head. And she's got really cool red highlights along the sides of her head a little bit too that I don't know if you're going to be able to tell in the video, but this is just a beautiful Python Curtis, or Sumatran shorttail, or Sumatran black blood python. So I thought I would take a minute to do a little video and show this girl off. I am just really excited about it. I've kept a couple of animals from the blood python group in the past. I actually did have one Sumatran shorttail at one time. I also had a Borneo at one time. The Borneo I had was way back in the 90s. It was a wild caught one that was extremely aggressive, and I ended up not keeping her or him. I never even sexed it back then. Even the experts weren't real good at it. And I used to work in a pet store when I was a kid, and ordered that snake in, and it was as mean as could be, and ended up trading it for something else. But be that as it may, I finally decided to get back into the blood pythons, and these ones really appeal to me because of the size. They don't get anywhere near as big as the red blood pythons. Again, there's a lot of different locality types and color variants. The Sumatrans actually, like this, there aren't as many color variants outside of just there's darker and lighter ones and different head colors. And VPI's working with caramel albinos, which are really cool but really pricey. I'm going to do everything I can to try to at least get some hets and maybe get a project going with those. But anyway, even the normals are just gorgeous snakes. I just love the shape of their head, and just this one has got a really good temperament too, which I really like. And that's something that a lot of people don't like about blood pythons, is they have a reputation for having a kind of high-strung personality, but this one is just an absolute lamb. I really, really dig her. I'm going to walk up here so you guys can get a good look at the color and the pattern. But look at the colors on this girl. She's just, as you can see, she's really dark, kind of chocolate brown. Towards the tail they kind of lighten up, and this head is just beautiful. I'm hoping to get her a boyfriend here. This is a yearling, and a little on the smaller side for a yearling. Could use some extra feedings, and I'm going to do everything I can to get her up to breeding size for next year and try to find her a mate. Man, is that a cool snake or what? I just really dig anything in the blood python family. They got really cool eyes. The tip of her nose is kind of pinkish colored, kind of orangish pink. Highlights around the eyes. And I got this snake from Richard at Reptile Rapture, who I have said before is just an awesome pet store owner in Monona, Wisconsin. If you're anywhere near the Madison area, again, I really recommend him. He's got some cool stuff, and he actually still has a sibling of this snake available. If you hurry up, you might be able to get her. If you don't, I might snap her up too. So I really, really, really dig this snake, if I haven't said it enough times already. I mean, how can you not like that? If you're not going to do ball pythons. I just think these are, if you're looking for something a little bit more exotic or a little bit less common, they're a real logical step up from ball pythons. These are the, you know, they get a little bigger than ball pythons definitely, but they have a pretty easy, you know, they're kind of considered not a beginner snake, and I agree with that, but they're not that much harder to care for. They need a little bit higher humidity. They definitely like, I like to give them a bigger water dish because they do like to soak, and they're kind of known for having shedding issues if you don't keep their humidity up to snuff. So, you know, if you're diligent, and you know, they're really not that terribly difficult to care for, and just a beautiful snake. Especially, I just love the fact that even the normals are this pretty. You know, and hopefully they're going to start finding more and more morphs of this species, and it'll get more interesting as they get more common in the trade. So, just wanted to do a quick video and show off my new Sumatran shorttail, and hopefully I'll have more of these to show you guys in the very near future. I'm looking into some other options and trying to get some more of them as soon as possible. Anybody else who's working with Sumatran shorttails, if you have any available, drop me a line, because I'm in a buy-in mood these days when it comes to these guys. I'm looking for more, and I'm trying to build up a collection. I'd really like to start working with the other blood python groups too, but I got to get out of my current space requirements. Once I have more space to work with, then I'd like to get into at least the Borneos, and maybe eventually get into the red bloods and the bigger blood python species too, because I just think they're the coolest thing ever. And if you handle them enough and, you know, keep them used to people from a young age, they're sweethearts. You know, I mean, they're not quite like ball pythons, but even ball pythons, there's a few out there. I have one that just as soon bite my head off as even look at me. And after several years, I raised that snake up from tiny to breeding size it produced for me this year, and snake just can't stand me. So there's exceptions and variation in any species of snake. You can get a nice one, you can get one that's got an attitude problem. Some of them you can work with and get past that, and some of them are just going to be like that. So they're like people. They got attitudes and they got personalities, and lucky for me, this little girl has got an awesome personality. I love, you know, she's very handleable. I've had her for just a little bit over a week now, and hope you guys enjoy looking at her as much as I do. I'm a great feeder right off the bat too. She's eating frozen thawed rat pups, and like I said before, I'm going to do everything I can to get her up to breeding size as soon as possible without overdoing it, because I'm not a big fan of the power feeding. I'm always kind of surprised when I see some people's snakes and they say this one's a yearling, and it's like, oh my gosh, that thing's huge already. It takes me 2 years to get them to that size. But you know, there's nothing wrong with growing them slow as long as they're not underweight. And I'm going to fatten this girl up though a little bit quicker than I may with some of my other snakes. So hope you enjoy her, and again, blood python people, please drop me a line if you got stuff to offer, because I'm looking to work more and more with these guys. So thank you so much, and keep watching.